ignorant knowledge. Maybe they don't seem to go together, but I assure you, in the world of trading, they definitely do, and I have some good old-fashioned proof that we're going to go over right now. Yet, we have more data to just kind of throw onto the data pile of human psychology, human emotion, whatever you want to call it, that I've been collecting for the past, I think I've been doing these for well over a year now. So if you are a member of the channel or subscriber and you watch ClayTrader Mail, then you know that recently it's just been nothing really new under the sun, but just more and more data that we're collecting. And in today's episode, we have yet another one of those examples where it's somebody that thinks they're knowledgeable, and the kind of sad part is they think they're knowledgeable enough to start to yap about it publicly, and then they just expose themselves for, yeah, you have knowledge, I'll give you some credit, but there's a lot of stuff that you don't know, so it's quite a bit of ignorant knowledge on your part. And I don't know the quote, but it goes along the lines of, better to make people think you're a fool than open up your mouth and confirm that you're a fool. And that's pretty much what's going on here. Now, I'm not saying that this person has no hope or anything like that. I'm just saying that their words, not mine, have exposed them in terms of having partial knowledge, but not understanding the entire picture. And this is also a really good kind of quiz in terms of seeing where you stand in terms of understanding some basic but very necessary concepts in the world of trading. So let me start reading through it, and then when we get to that quiz question portion, I'll make sure to point that out, and so you can kind of see whether or not and where you stand in terms of your true knowledge of trading and the market. So this person starts off saying, wait a minute, you risked $8,500 to make an $80 profit? I reply back, nope. They come back and say, after $14 in fees and minus short-term tax, that's what I calculated, so you can nope all you want. And you got $14 in fees from where? From the average investor who uses a trading platform that charges. First off, was I a bit of a jerk with my nope reply? Yeah, probably, but put yourself in my shoes. I mean, hundreds and hundreds of comments, and sometimes maybe it was just I woke up on the wrong side of the bed, but it's like, oh, here we go again. Somebody that's telling me how much I risked, and they clearly don't understand anything. So nope. Could I have explained more? Yeah, but at the same time, there's plenty of other stuff on my channel already that explains this stuff, but I do apologize for that. I could have probably handled that better. Anyways, then they come back and what do they tell me? Well, after my calculations, that's what you did, so you can nope all you want. Okay, shoving it back in my face, fair enough, because that wasn't really the most in-depth reply on my end. However, if you're going to shove something back in my face, this is where you don't know what you don't know. And the first faulty assumption here, $14 in fees. What? Now, yeah, many brokers, if you're just taking an average of $7 per trade, $5 per trade, I understand where this person is getting that number from. I do, I get it. But that is not anywhere close to what I pay in fees. A direct access platform, you're going to have fees much, much lower than that when you do per share. And it's just, there's different commission structures out there. So for the person just to assume right out the get-go and throw $14 in my face because their knowledge of fees is, yeah, on average, probably between $5 to $7 per trade. Right there, yeah, you have knowledge. The knowledge being there are fees associated with trading. The knowledge being, yeah, a ballpark, $5 to $7. Fair enough. But ignorant knowledge. Ignorance in the sense of, but there's more to it than that. There's these things called direct access brokers. And these direct access brokers for high frequency trading, such as I'm doing, the day trading scalping, there's a whole nother world of fees, whole nother world of commissions. So yeah, in this world over here, there's knowledge. I'll give you credit, you understand. But there's this other world that you're clearly not aware of at all. And then the second part is the one that always just drives me nuts. And here comes the quiz question. So what exactly is missing here from this person's understanding? So after this fee discussion, I reply back, oh, I see. Well, I don't pay anything close to $14 in fees. So that's not applicable to me in the least. And as far as $8,500 at risk, I have no idea where that number is coming from. They reply back, you purchased 500 shares at 1701, did you not? If so, that's where the $8,500 comes from. Do you see where this person is going wrong? Do you see where this person has ignorant knowledge? What do they have knowledge at? Yes, I have put $8,500 into the trade. They showed me the math. Okay, that equates to $8,500. Knowledge. Okay, where's the ignorance come into play here? Just because I have $8,500 in a trade, how would the entire $8,500 be at risk? That would imply that the stock would drop straight down to zero, or all of a sudden every single buyer in the stock, poof, magically disappears, and I literally cannot sell to anybody. Now these are highly liquid stocks. Could that happen? Okay, yeah, that could happen. But in a very rational and a very practical sense, these types of stocks, it's not going to drop down to zero in a split second, and every single buyer is not all of a sudden going to disappear from the market in one single second. So to say that $8,500 is at risk is just total ignorance. It's total misunderstanding of what risk actually is. That's like saying, oh, you put $50,000 into, Apple. You have $50,000 at risk from this day trading perspective. Are you saying that Apple, Netflix, Facebook, GE, Coca-Cola, Bank of America, are you saying that one of these stocks could, in a second, go down to $0? In that case, yeah, I would lose all $50,000. And in that case, okay, yeah, all $50,000 would be at risk. But that's not going to happen. And if it does happen, that just implies that there's something severely wrong with the world and there must be nukes flying all over the place or something. But that's just not going to happen. So therefore, yeah, the knowledge of how much I put into the trade, that is knowledge. That is right. You knew how to do that math. But as far as understanding what the true risk is, it just doesn't make any sense. And that is where the ignorance comes into play. And I guarantee you this, if this person has this misunderstanding of risk, there's all sorts of other things that they think they know, but they actually don't. And that's going to come up and bite them in their trading. And that's why this is always a very, very important topic to cover. When you don't know what you don't know, that's where you're leaving, back doors open. That's where you're leaving windows open for voices and such to come in and wreak havoc on your trading, because you think you know something, you think you understand something, but you actually do not. And in this case, we just happen to have somebody prove that via what they're typing and via what their response is. And I did go on to, ask this person, wait, so you're saying that this stock was going to drop down to zero? And they never replied back, so I don't know if they kind of figured out all of a sudden, oh yeah, that is what would need to happen in order for that entire $8,500 to be at risk. But to say that I risked $8,500 to make $80, or I risked some sort of entire amount in order to make $50 on a trade, that is just a misunderstanding of what risk actually is and a perfect display of ignorant knowledge. So if you're somebody out there that maybe didn't quite understand that, then okay, well now you know that you have some things to work on. But always, and I'm talking to myself too when I say this, we always have to be on the offensive in terms of making sure that we do have a true understanding of everything. Do we have full knowledge, or do we have some knowledge over here and then we have the ignorant stuff over here that we're not even aware of, and we're out there trying to make decisions and such? And does that risk ever go away in terms of maybe potentially ignorant stuff that we're not aware of? Probably not. I'm sure not sure. I know there's stuff out there that I'm probably not aware of as much as I should be, but that's why it's always an ongoing battle. And to kind of pat myself on the back here a little bit, at least I'm self-aware to know that there may be things that I don't have quite a full understanding of. And I'm not only talking trading here, I'm talking about just anything in life. So be aware, or do your best, I should say, to be aware of what you don't know, and definitely don't go and start yapping on social media or stuff like that, because you kind of risk making yourself look a little shaky out there. So I hope this person learn. I doubt they watch this, but I hope this person does indeed learn the difference between the risk that they're talking about and then more so a real life practical sense of risk. If you are out there trading alone currently and maybe are in the market looking for a community to join to assist you in your trading or to just help you, give you another set of eyeballs, then I do have a private trading community where you can trade alongside me and other experienced traders. So what you see popping up on the screen right now is both an information link. So if you click on the inner circle one, that is going to take you to the page where I explain all the details of what exactly come with the community, both the chat room and the newsletter. And then the other image that has popped up is a behind the scenes tour where you can see exactly what is going to be contained within the community. I take you through, like I said, a behind the scenes tour of everything, and that way you'll know precisely what you are getting when you join. So definitely check that stuff out if you are interested and thinking about wanting to join a community, and let me know if you have any questions.